Yet another sit-down video where I have no plan. No, really, I've been wanting to make this kind of, well, I was planning on making this kind of video, but I didn't know when I wanted to make it. But you know what? Today's the day. It's gonna happen today. So, as a lot of you know, fitness has been a big part of my life for the past 4 years now. And I think I have a very different mindset about it than I did 4 years ago. And I kind of wanted to make this video just to show not just how you can change physically, but also mentally. I think I went through a lot of different stages within my fitness journey, and it's really worth sharing, I think, because there are some parts of fitness that aren't so great. So I just wanted to make a disclaimer saying that I'm not in any way, shape, or form a dietitian, nutritionist, personal trainer, life coach, nothing. This is just my personal experience, and I know some of you can kind of get some value out of this. So I figured I would just share my personal fitness journey, my story, how my outlook has changed, how my body has changed. And I went through a time where fitness actually took kind of a negative toll on my mental state, and I think that bringing awareness to this is very important as well. So that's what I'll be sharing today. But yeah, like I said, I am not giving you any sort of advice that you should necessarily follow. I did not go to school for any of this or whatever, but yeah, you get it. This is just my experience. Okay, so first thing I wanted to talk about is how I got into fitness. I know a lot of you that I knew in college and some of you in high school kind of realized that I started going to the gym and lifting a lot. I fell in love with it, but basically it was the beginning of my freshman year of college. My whole life before this, I kind of was a string bean. There's no problems with that. I never played sports. I was actually in drama and vocal jazz in high school, but this is what I looked like the summer going into my freshman year of school. This is my string bean self. Yes, love that. So really no muscle to me, nothing, and I really didn't start off wanting to change what my body looked like at all. I started because I moved from Long Island to the DC area to go to school, and I really needed something for stress relief for this period of change that I was going through. It was big. I didn't have my parents near me anymore, and I just needed something for the stress aspect and to, I don't know, keep me sane in this transition period. So I decided the gym was really close to the freshman dorms, so I was like, you know what? Let me take a whack at it. Cut to my sophomore year. This year, it really was me just growing my love for fitness. I felt really good about my body, myself, all that stuff. I had extreme change within this year. Actually, I could do before and after pictures right now of my freshman year of school and then into this was my sophomore year of college. So my first 2 years of lifting, I had the most change in my body. I grew a lot of muscle and I felt good, but I started over this time to develop a mindset of only caring about how my body looked. I was going to the gym a lot. People were starting to notice my change, which was great, but I felt like if I didn't go to the gym, I would completely backtrack, and I didn't realize my sophomore year that I had this mindset and that it was really affecting me mentally. So basically that's what happened that year. And I'm not trying to say that fitness is bad in any way. It's amazing for so many reasons. But I just want to spread some awareness to this, because if you do start feeling any of these things, just know it's a red flag, and fitness is meant to enhance your life, not hurt your self-esteem and make you feel like if you aren't going to the gym that you look awful, because not everything is about how your body looks. A lot of it is who you are on the inside, and that really is what matters and what deserves to be paid attention to, and really the reasons why you should love yourself, not just because of your looks. But anyway, like I said, didn't realize that I was developing this mindset. I was, at this point, I knew a lot about fitness, what worked for me, my body. I was eating intuitively. By the way, I've never counted calories, macros, anything like that. It isn't for me. I think that I would go actually insane. I've tried it before. It just doesn't work. I don't really restrain myself too much. Like, if I want something, I know that honestly I don't have enough self-restraint to just not eat it. So I'll let myself eat it, not every single night, but once in a while, if I'm craving something. But other than that, I don't really eat that bad. I just eat intuitively. So anyway, enough of that rant. Then fast forward to that summer going into my junior year of school, I actually got a personal trainer to better educate myself. I found that I was kind of hitting a plateau in my workouts. So yeah, his name is Ty. Hi Ty, I know you're probably watching this. He is amazing. He helped me so much and taught me so much just about myself, fitness in general, how to lift properly, technique, and he forced me to start training upper body, which I still hadn't done, and basically told me I was being insane and that it wouldn't make me look bulky. So this summer was like the quickest transition of my life, I think, because I started training upper body. I really toned up a lot in my arms, of course, but also in my core, my stomach. So after that summer, this is what I looked like. Obviously this picture, I'm like sticking out like my butt a little, but like this is really the only like picture I took that you can kind of see. I don't know, I guess I didn't really take like bikini pictures or anything. So that's what I looked like at the end of that year. I felt really good, and I wasn't even working out as much as I was during the school year because, like I said, I work a lot during the summer. So I saw like such a huge change, and I saw that I wasn't even lifting or spending nearly as much time in the gym. Mind you, I would spend my freshman and sophomore year, when I was doing legs, I would spend like 2 hours in the gym a day. I cannot imagine doing that now. I don't know how I had time for that, but I literally felt like I had to be in the gym for that long, or else I wouldn't get sore or like see change, which is so untrue. You can spend max an hour and 15 minutes in the gym and still reach your goals and not waste your entire day away. Anyway, my junior year was a huge pivotal year for me. This is when I realized I had an unhealthy outlook on my image. I really became aware that I was beating myself up like crazy when I wouldn't go to the gym, and thinking that it would set me back and that I would look bad, and I would wake up the next day if I didn't go to the gym the day before, and I would literally like look at my body, like feel my body, and like think that I lost progress, when that was just so delusional. So I realized I needed to take a step back from lifting so much and being so obsessed with fitness, because I had my head wrapped so much around how I looked that I wasn't focused on the way that I felt mentally. I wasn't worried about my well-being, wellness. I wasn't loving myself from within. I was strictly loving myself based on how my body looked. And I really realized how unhealthy this was. I started focusing on working on myself. I started taking classes centered around wellness and well-being. I declared a minor in well-being, and I really just looked at the days that I didn't go to the gym as days that I would work on myself mentally instead of physically. I really changed my mindset about everything and realized that I didn't need to be this crazy gym freak who's in the gym 5 times a week, training legs 2 to 3 times a week, for people to love me for who I am and for me to love me for who I am on just the inside. I became a lot happier with the way that I looked, and this just came naturally from just loving myself all around rather than looking at just what I saw in the mirror. I really was able to find confidence just within myself and who I am as a person, and find that self-love, which makes me so happy. It's so weird because I found that I was never happy at one point with how I looked my freshman and sophomore year when I really was making the most change. I was never like, you know what, I never looked in the mirror and I was like, I look really good. You should always keep working to better yourself, but I could never just look at myself and be like, you know what, you look freaking fantastic. You made so much change. I would just look at myself and be like, you could do better. And this was just not okay. When it starts to take a mental toll on you, this is when you need to really reevaluate the way that you are looking at fitness. I have a much healthier outlook on fitness now. This is a little physique video update that I took earlier today. I've never done one of these, so super weird, but I'm just gonna add it in for fun. So yeah, I go to the title to box all the time, which you guys pretty much know that. I lift legs at least once or twice a week. I still throw in some upper body, but a lot of boxing is upper body and cardio. So I'm not necessarily bulking or cutting or anything, which I used to try and focus on. I'm just staying healthy, enjoying what I'm doing. I currently love boxing. That's something that I'm obsessed with right now, and I know that I'll be probably going through phases like this my whole life. Fitness is going to be in my life for the rest of my life. It's a journey, and you know what, I used to look at it as like I had to grow as much as I could in a certain period, because I don't know, maybe I was going somewhere or I just wanted to look the best that I could. But I love my body for what it is right now, and I'm excited to see it change over the years, but I have confidence from within, and that's really all that matters right now. I just wanted to make this video to show that having a passion for fitness, there's nothing wrong with that. That's actually amazing. Everyone should be working on themselves, going to the gym, but also working on their inner selves, you know, find that balance between growing yourself physically and mentally, collide those two worlds together. Focusing just on the physical part can end up harming your mindset. It ended up leaving me with less confidence and more insecurities than I ever have in my whole life, just because I was so worried about what I looked like all the time that it was extremely unhealthy. Being too obsessed with fitness is, in my opinion, just not okay. There's so many other amazing parts of life and of yourself that you should be focusing on. Like I said, going to the gym is great, definitely do that, but you don't need to be spending 2 hours in there, you know, get in, get out. As long as you're moving, staying healthy, that's all that matters. Love yourself, you're beautiful inside and out, always remember that. If you want to hear more about my outlook on self-love, I have a video about it. The link will be in my description. If you ever want to talk to anyone, if you are feeling down in general, or maybe you are struggling with something that I talked about in this video, I'm always open to talking to you. You can DM me on my Instagram at Sarah Giblin, or if you have my number, just text me or leave a comment. But yeah, we can definitely talk. I'm always open to helping people, especially in this realm, because it's something that I did struggle with for a good amount of time. Everything's a journey. Fitness is a journey. Self-love is a journey. And I'm going on a rant again. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video now. As always, kiss, virtual hug. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking through this rambly video that I barely had a plan for, except for this stupid list that I made that I didn't even fucking look at. But yeah, I'll see you next Monday.